Hello friends, welcome to Codecrush Coding. In this video we are going to cover the interview questions related to the tuple data type. So till previous video we have covered the data type list. In this video we will cover the properties and the specifications of tuple data type. So let's start. So what are tuples in Python? So tuple is another sequence of data type that is similar to the list. So it is similar to the list that is used to store the sequence of data inside a particular variable. A tuple consists of number of values separated by commas. In the list also we can separate multiple values with the help of commas. Unlike list, however, tuples are enclosed within parentheses. So lists are enclosed within the square brackets, but tuples are enclosed within parentheses. So let's see in the editor how we can declare a tuple and how to make use of tuple. So we have a PyCharm editor here. So let's declare tuple. So let's say name of tuple is fruit. So here we will have a fruit, and then as we know tuples are enclosed with the help of parentheses. So you need to provide the round brackets, and let's provide the values inside it. Let's say first value is mango, then we have apple, then we have grapes. So these are my three values inside this fruit tuple. So how to check whether this particular data type is a tuple or not? As we know it is enclosed with the help of round brackets, so it is a tuple, but we can also check with the help of a Python function which is type. So we will print here print type, and then we need to pass the variable name which is our fruit. Let's save this code and run now. So see, we are able to get the data type which is tuple here. And what are the properties of tuple? So first property of tuple is that it allows duplicates. So in the list also we can have the duplicate elements, also in tuple we can have the duplicate elements. Let's say we provide apple here. So as we can see, apple value is inside this tuple 2 times. So if I try to print, okay, we will print here print fruit. Let's run this code. So see, we are able to get all the values that we have provided. Also it allows the duplicate. Now second value of tuple is dot, it is ordered. It means the values in the same sequence you have provided you will be able to access in the same way. So here you can see first you have provided mango, then apple, then grapes, and then again apple. So this is the second property of tuples, the values are ordered. Why these values are ordered? Because the value inside the tuples are stored as per the index position. So first value is stored at 0th position, this value will be stored at first position, this will be at second position, index position second, and this value at index position 3. So this is the indexing. So how the indexing works, if I try to print here, let's print fruit of 0. So this particular position will give me the value present at 0th position. So always the first element is stored at 0th position. So we will get here mango. So see, we are able to get here mango. If I say here 2, so it will provide me second index position. So second index position is grapes. Let me run this code. So see, we are able to get here grapes. So we have covered two properties of tuple till now. First one is it allows duplication. Second one is they are ordered. And the third property is for the tuple is that once a tuple is declared, it cannot be changed. Means you cannot change the value of tuples. If I try to change the value of tuple, let's say fruit of 2 is grapes, right? If I change fruit of 2 to some another value, let's say I change it here to orange. Let's say orange. And if I try to print fruit again, now let's run this code. So see, we are getting here error. What does the error says? Fruit of 2 equals to, or in this particular line we are getting error, type error, tuple object does not support item assignment. So once the values are assigned to a tuple, it cannot be changed. You cannot change that particular value here. But if this particular fruit was a list, then we can able to change it, because list values can be changed, but the values of tuple cannot be changed. Now let's see some of the methods, inbuilt methods for the tuple. So first one is you can check the length of the tuple with the help of len function, len, and inside this len you need to pass the variable name which is fruit. So I will pass here fruit. Let's save this code, run now. So see, we are able to get here 4. So why we are getting here 4? Because the number of items are 4. This is first, second, third and fourth, but the indexing start from 0. So this is 0th position, first position, second position and third position. So we are getting a size or the length of tuple as 4. Another thing here for the tuple, if you want to change a particular value inside the tuple, you cannot directly change. As you've seen, we got the error, but that can be avoided by converting this particular tuple into a list. So let me show you that. So if I convert, let's say I provide here another variable fruit list, and now I convert. Now you need to pass a list and then the tuple. So inside this list function you will pass a variable name, so it will convert this tuple fruit to a list and it will store inside this particular variable which is fruit list. So this type of this variable will be list because this function will provide you a list. Let me show you that. Print type of fruit list. Let's run this code. So now see, fruit list is a list, so we can change the values, right? So what we will do now, we will say fruit list of 2, which was currently a grape, we will change it to orange. We will change it to orange. And now what we will do, we will change again this fruit list to tuple. So how we can do this? We can say here fruit equal to tuple, and we can convert this list. Now this is a list into a tuple. Let's paste it here, and then we will print our fruit. Now it is a tuple, right? Now let's run this code. So see, now here we are getting a tuple, as you can see, enclosed by the round brackets. So first value is mango, then apple. Now this grapes is changed to orange and we have apple. So this is a workaround, alternate way to convert your tuple into a list to change a particular value. Now let's move towards the next question. What is the difference between a tuple and list in Python? So we have understood the theory behind the list and tuples. So let's see the difference between a tuple and list in Python. So the main difference between a list and tuple are, so list are enclosed in brackets. So when we declare a list, it is enclosed in the square brackets and their elements and size can be changed. Means once a list is declared, you can change the values of list. While tuples are enclosed in parentheses and the values cannot be updated. So once a list is initialized, it cannot be updated. Tuples can be thought of as a read-only list. So tuple is similar to list but only a read-only, means you cannot change it. So let's understand the properties also. List. So list are mutable data type, means list values can be changed. List consume more memory. So more memory in terms of tuple. So the list is better for performing operations such as insertion and deletion. So when you have requirement of inserting an element or deleting element, that means when you have the requirement for updating the values, so you must go with the list. So implication of iterations is time consuming. Iteration through list is time consuming than the tuple. So tuples are immutable data type. That means once a tuple is created, it cannot be changed. Tuple consume less memory as compared to the list. And tuple data type is appropriate for accessing the element. So when you have requirement to just access the element, you don't need to change it or inserting a new element. So in that case, you can go with tuple. Implication of iterations is comparatively faster, means iteration through tuple is faster than the list. So that is the difference between a tuple and list. So I hope you understand the difference of the list and tuple and also the theory behind the tuple. One last thing I want to cover in this video is that, let's say, let me remove all this part here. Let's say when you have only one particular item in the tuple, let's say you have only a mango, and if you try to print the type of this variable now, type fruit. So what will be the type? So type should be tuple, right? Because it is enclosed in the round brackets and we have passed one value. So it is a tuple. So let's run this code. But we are getting a string. Why we are not getting a tuple? As we have provided the round brackets. So this is one of the important note you need to remember, that when a tuple consists of only a single value, then to make the variable as tuple, you need to separate it with a comma. So you just need to provide a comma. If you don't provide this comma, then this particular variable will treat this as a string. But when you provide here a comma, then the particular variable will be treated as tuple. Now I have provided here a comma. So this particular type should be tuple now. Let's run this code. So see, we are getting a tuple. So this is the important point you need to remember. So that's it in this video. We will cover another interview questions in the next video. Thank you for watching.